So do you think that rap music that is out now, actually music that's out period, is polluting our generation, polluting our youth, just corrupting their minds?
Is it corrupting their minds?
Corrupting minds is pollution.
I think some of the music is literally destroying, not just like drill music. I think a lot of the kids want to be part of the drill scene, and it talks about dead homies. It talks about killing one another. It talks about how it just talks about how how to destroy or how to kill or your ops. So like we were saying earlier. Hey, by the way, this is Super Barber Samson, my YouTube channel. Hey, check this out. We doing a little something different. I got my man Ray.
What's happening?
He's one of the OGs in my chair. And we talking about like, subscribe right now before we go on with this video. I think it's going to be a really good video. But do you think the rap music is polluting the kids? Right
now, all these rappers do now is rap about guns, drugs, women. Taking drugs, getting other guys hyped, when that just pollutes the minds of the younger guys that might not be as strong. Instead of these black men getting all of these money that they're making off rap, they're still acting like they're doing the same things that they did before.
Who you saying, black men or?
Black men, bro. Yeah, and these rappers, for one, they're writing stories. They're not really out there doing this. So
some of them are.
And the ones that are, they're getting indicted. They're going to jail. The ones that are doing it, and instead of being smart,
right,
you getting indicted. So what they do is they rap about it. They don't really do it. So then they go get a trigger or a gun, because now you got to build some cred. Because most people like, you ain't doing this. This is just your rap. So then they go out and do a crime. Maybe get off, maybe not get off, but then, okay, this will solidify who I really am in my raps. All that music is doing, man, is getting their minds so gone to where they can't even function. They're not rapping about how to better themselves, how to get businesses. And if they are doing it, they're not giving you an example of how to do it. You know how you tell your son to do something and he was like, how? And you go hold his hand and show him?
Right.
That's what we need to do and it's so easy to get money out here. But to get the money, you need to be able to show the person how to get the money and then show them how to keep that money.
Right.
So man, that music, when I listen to that stuff, just hurts my spirit sometimes.
So you think they pollute? You think it's polluting our youth?
Yep, and it's done because.
Do you think it's just our youth, or do you think it's blacks, whites, Spanish?
I think each culture has their own pollution, but mainly the black culture, because sure, white people and everybody listen to our music, they're not going out here. And true, murders are taking place, but man, it's just black. That BLM, Black Lives Matter, and they want to preach and say all that. These guys are killing each other at such a high rate. When black people go out, they don't go look for the white man to kill. They don't go look for the Asian to kill. They don't look for any other race. They look for someone that looks like them. And then
talking about the black race.
The black race. They look for the black person. They skip over everybody else and they find a black person and they go out and do crimes on them.
I think they're not looking for it. I think they are in their environment. So, in other words, I think because you are in your environment, that's what you are connected to, and that's what you are like literally bonded with. And so, if you hear a song, you're not so like coming up. I traveled a lot, so. But most of the people that I grew up with never left out of New York or New York, New Jersey, or they may have went to Miami, but they never traveled overseas. They never went to foreign countries. They never seen the magnitude of what real life, I'm not going to say real life, but what the whole world thoughts and their process. Yep. Like if you go sit in the bush with Africans and see how they live, if you go to South America, if you go to like Colombia or different areas, Honduras, and see how they live, I think you would have a different sight of how life is. And so, like we was talking a few minutes ago before we even cut the camera on, we was talking about how these young boys, they literally don't even think about it. Like when I was coming up, you had to be tough to fight, right? And not just tough, like our daddies taught us to be tough. and to be able to fight your battles, fight your own battles, right? And so now you got these kids who are fighting, but they're not fighting no more. They're pulling the trigger. So coming up, like, the tough guys was the ones, like, if they lost a fight or if they would fight and they would pull a trigger, and you'd be like, man, watch out, that guy's crazy. He'll pull a trigger. Well, now you rarely see any fights anymore, and everybody is more quick to pull a trigger.
It's scary.
And I do believe that is due to music and to keeping up with the Joneses, in other words. Like, you know, I believe that these guys are keeping up, trying to keep up with everybody who what they hear on music. You know what I'm saying? If you diss me now, I got ops. That's a big deal.
Most black people don't have identity. Identity is they don't even know, one, where they came from.
Would you say most black people or some black people?
Majority. You don't have an identity. So, and I mean, majority, the youth are the ones that's going to take over and live longer than we are, supposedly. Their identity, one, even knowing where you came from, and two, knowing what you represent. Young black men are influenced by money, by fame, by clout. And they think that if people know or people like me, then I'm something. So you can't even tap into who you really are to pull out who you really are because you're following somebody else. That damn lean music and all that shit, man, that stuff is such a corrupted type of music that since it ain't many, and it is daddies in the house. I ain't gonna say there ain't daddies in the house, but parents and how the world is now, everyone is working, everyone is out, everyone is busting moves. So these teens are raising themselves, and who's raising them? The TV and the music. These dudes, I tell you what, the cell phone that you have in your hand, they can't leave home without it, and they can't be without it. It's like a chip. You know what I mean? It's like a like what they teach us back in there in Revelations,
like
mark of the beast.
Mark of the beast.
Like the mark of the beast. They say this is going to be something that's put in your forehead. For my parents would teach me something in your forehead, something in your hand. It seems like a phone, technology. You can do anything with that chip. It's a chip. So your phone is your chip, and they say it in your head or in your hand. And when you have your phone, it's in your hand, and it goes to your head. You take this away, I start going crazy.
Y'all hear this, y'all?
I'm telling you, they already chipped, bro. And then what else do they chip with? On them damn video games.
Yeah.
In their hand.
Yeah.
And headphones on their head.
Yeah.
And if you take that away, they have a fit. They chipping little kids as soon as they're able to work their phones. I've seen this lady, my daughter's 2, look what she could do. She got their chip in her hand. And then when she took the phone from her, the baby had a fit.
Wow.
So what's really corrupting their minds, man? And they thinking, man, and these guys are so out of their mind, man. They rap and tell you all of this. I'm getting all the money, I'm doing this, I'm stunting. None of that's going with you when you pass.
None of that going.
Have you set up any legacy for, if you don't have kids, some of your family that's going to outlive you so you can spread that? They don't believe in it, man. They just believe in looking good, and it's black people. We are 14% of the population, and we consume more than anyone. So we buy the most.
And we buy the most.
We buy the most. That's insane. We buy everything. And we're not buying property. We're buying things that depreciate in value. It's insane, dude. That stuff bothers me, dog.
You said it bothers you?
It bothers me, man, because this is the younger generation that's growing up, and this is what they're doing. And the music, just like these guys, they're actually rapping about killing people, which got them indicted. The boys in Atlanta got them indicted. Yeah, and what does that stand for? Is it Young Slime Life?
Yeah,
Something
young Slime.
Young Slime Life. What type of a name is that, bro? How about businessmen doing things? Any type of name, man.
Well, I think that majority of times these rappers, what you hear is only what they're taught. So if you're taught something in a certain way, I think that's the only thing that you know. And because that's the only thing that you know, like how you don't know anything else. So you got a bunch of men who grow up without fathers, right? So they only know what the OGs tell them, or what the cats on the block tell them.
Or the phone.
Or the phone, right? Or the phone, right? I would say majority phone, because a lot of these cats A lot of these young boys are growing up without fathers or none of that. Some of them don't even be outside. They only They never even outside. They strictly on the internet, on the phones. You know what I'm saying? So they only know their reality to them is literally the phones. So their ops is look at now, like you don't even go outside and get into an argument with anybody. Your ops, you find somebody on Twitter or you find somebody on Instagram, somebody don't like your page, you ready to fight them, wait till I see you in the streets, I'm coming to your block. And so this is what our society has come to. So going back to your original question, is music polluting? I do think it's some sort. I think a certain type of music is polluting. Because the years ago, the music that we used to listen to, it was to go to the party, go to the jam, have fun, you know, be with all the chicks. Yeah, right. Hey, ho, you know, we was really having fun. It had nothing to do with like my ops pulling up and trying to kill somebody or trying to hurt somebody. It had nothing to do with that. So, you know, I look at that now and I say to myself, like, man, like, you know, I think, and the record industry, what they're doing is they're literally feeding this music to us because they know that more of us will get killed. So I guess the answer is yes. I do believe that they are polluting.
And that's who feeding it.
And that's who feeding it.
They're giving them the money, the artists the money to go pollute their youth, to destroy what's going on with them.
Right. So I believe it's the same thing. What's up, boy? We doing a little podcast. Got my man Blessed by Angel in the building. My little brother. So the question was, do you think rap music is polluting our kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You gotta come over here now. You gotta sit in the chair, boy.
Hold on. Okay, so you saying so the question was, is rap music polluting the kids in a negative way?
Yeah.
Polluting means bad.
Yeah, bro. I mean, male and female. The males are just influencing them to be gangsters, killers, thugs, this and that. And then the females are...
Ooh, that's a whole nother topic. And then the females... Wait. Pause. Our next video, we're going to be talking about, does rap music pollute females? Oh, my God.
And then the females, I mean, you see the women, I mean, they talking about, they're trying to teach the young girls this, and this. But the people who have that power and that celebrity who all these little young girls look up to are naked, twerking, talking about bad bitch.
Wait. No. All right, y'all. This is your boy Super Barber Sampson. Don't forget to like, subscribe the video. Next video you see me polishing off my man Ray. This is your boy Super Barber Sampson. Till next time. Peace.
We out.
Let's go.